Alright guys, it is time for the equipment guide for the final premium unit of Legends Festival 2025, Ultra Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. Goofy name, yeah, but for future reference I'll just say like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But yeah, this guy definitely has access to some very powerful equipment. Not many that are very unit or team specific, but I mean, let's just jump right into it. As per usual, the order of these is going to be first being the main priority equipment, the must runs, ones that you definitely want to prioritize depending on his team or whatnot, just his best overall equipment options. Then we'll go to some secondary options such as base stat equipment and pure stat equipments that are based off of battle members or like team member specific equipment, and then we'll move on to defensive ones. In terms of build, I honestly think the best build is going to be just mixed. This guy has some very powerful offensive capabilities, what with his cover change counter, with his forced blue card draw on his third card after switching, just a very good offensive options. But on the other hand, he also has very good defensive utility as well. As you guys probably know, once his gauge fills up during the defense or the sustained damage type, he heals himself. He draws a green card, AoE green card, by the way. He seals your arts cards, so just a bunch of abilities. So being able to tank and just utilize that gauge even more after every switch in is going to be very valuable. So I would definitely say the best build for this character would be mixed. Maybe little leaning towards offensive. But let's go ahead and jump in. First equipment is just staple. It is going to be this one. It is an Awakened equipment that released next to the Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. One of, if not his best equipment options. It is for GT and it is an Awakened equipment, so any kind of bonanza is going to be your best friend here. Now, I know they did say that they would be overhauling the Awaken equipment menu. I'm not really sure if that means that they're going to be overhauling the system entirely, or they're just, optimizing, just how many buttons you have to press, right? But we shall see. This one gives 20% to base blast defense, 30% to base strike defense, and then 12% to pure blast attack when attack Super Saiyan 4 is a battle member, and then 12% to pure strike defense when battle style ranged is a battle member. This is a very good equipment for him because he just matches all of these requirements. He is both Super Saiyan 4 and ranged. Very solid stats. Defenses, offenses. This is one of if not his best equipment ever. So definitely run this one. Just farm up a few of these. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta can use this one. The Purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku can use this. Any GT battle member that is ranged can definitely utilize this to a great extent. Up next is this one. PvP equipment from when Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta released. This is for Sun Family and Vegeta Clan. It is giving 10% to health restoration, 12% to base HP, 15% to base blast attack, and then 10% to pure blast attack and defense if this character is GT. Again, another very staple option for this character. Definitely a must run if you... Well, he meets these requirements, so must run. HP and HP restoration. I say this every equipment guide video. That is a very potent, very powerful defensive combo. Especially with this Goku, because if we take a look at his kit, if we go down to his gauge, where is his gauge? Right here. So while release type, that is the offensive part. Where's the defensive part? Switches to sustained damage type, and you only need 3 hits for this to fill up. And then once it fills up, it switches back to the offensive type. It draws your green card, and then 20% HP. He's healing there. He's healing 3 times every time when he's on the battlefield, and when the enemy activates like a blue card ultimate rush. He's also healing when, I'm pretty sure he heals when he gets onto the battlefield. Yeah, 15%. So that HP restoration is very potent And you can notice it definitely, especially if you're using him next to 13, who already heals you when you're switching in, or when you're switching out of him into another ally. So, oh, wrong equipment. This one. HP and HP restoration, obviously. And then blast attack and then pure blast attack, as well as pure blast defense. Very potent offensive and defensive capabilities there. So nothing much else to say. Definitely the second must run. Third, this is a unique co-op equipment from when Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta released. This is for GT or Saiyans. It's giving 15% base blast defense, and then 10% to base strike attack and HP, as well as 15% to base blast attack, and then 15% pure blast attack when GT and Vegeta Clan is a battle member. This is a very, very powerful equipment that you 100% want to be using when you are using this guy next to Ultra Super Saiyan GT. When you're using him next to Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, 100%. Just both offensive and defensive stats here. Just a very good, powerful array of equipment for both of his angles. Nothing much else. This is co-op, so it is very tedious to grind. Just wait for a very good Bonanza to hopefully pull one. Yeah. That's pretty much it for his quote-unquote must-run equipments. We are going to go ahead and move on to just base stat equipment next. First one being this one. This is an Awaken equipment from... Honestly, I'm not even sure when this dropped. I don't think it was when Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta dropped. I think it was when either Omega dropped or Super 17. It was one of them. I can't recall who, but around there. Definitely a solid equipment. It is giving 18% to base blast defense, and then 12.5% to strike defense and blue card damage, and then 28% to base blast attack. This is very good, solid all-around equipment, especially if your Goku is lower starred, like 5 stars. Special move, his blue card does hit extremely hard, and you know, just standard base defenses and offenses. So it's a decent equipment if your unit is higher or lower stars. Sorry. And up next, this is the unique equipment that released for this guy. I believe it is in the special unique equipment awake or unique equipment event, whatever it's called. It is for Sun Family and Green. 20% strike attack, 12.5% to blue card and ultimate damage, and the 35% base blast attack. Definitely more offensive. I very much would have rather preferred this being a defensive stat or HP. But it's solid. It's solid. 12.5% to both of these. They both hit really hard, and 35% to base blast attack on one slot is pretty good. Again, it is a base stat equip. Definitely better if your unit is lower stars. Up next, we have just one pure team specific equipment. It is the Sun Family one. This is a co-op equipment, so Bonanza. 15% to either defenses, and then 20% to both base defenses, and then 12% to pure offenses when you are using him on Sun Family. The problem with Sun Family is this guy has a very heavy restriction right here. In his starter ability, he's getting all this just off rip, but he needs at least one other battle member that is GT to get 20% damage guard, 20% damage, and then 50% endurance recovery. And on top of that, he actually gets more restrictions here. He loses his sub count manipulation, and he loses his buff effect removal. Those are pretty heavy restrictions, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually do like that he's restricted to GT, but it kind of makes it a little harder to team build around this guy. So I found that the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a very good partner for him, and both for him and against him. So that there is your GT requirement, and there is Vegeta, but of course Vegeta does not match this requirement here. You need a full Sun Family team. So if we just take a look at Sun Family, obviously they have some really good options. You can use it. You can use this guy, and then the Gohan, Part 2 Gohan, Namek Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, UI can definitely work. Gogeta can work, Hidden God Goku can work, Ultra UI can work. There's a bunch of good options. But in my experience, I find the best team for him is not even next to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. It's actually next to 13 and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He gets uber juiced on that one, on that setup. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is getting 40% damage support to Goku, and then 13 gives around 40% as well, so that's 80% support. That's insane. So yeah, definitely his best setup in my opinion. So this one's just like a if you want to use him on Sun Family. Up next, we do have some defensive options. Again, you can build them either way, just slightly leaning more towards offensive. This is the first one. This released next to Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku, or the Blue Goku, after the Ultra UI meta. Good lord. Sun Family and GT Awaken Equipment. This is 15% strike defense, 10% blue card damage, 20% to base blast defense and attack, and then 12% HP. Just a solid overall, all-around equipment. Definitely more defensive, but 20% blue or 20% blast attack damage and then 10% blue card is very strong. Solid option. And then up next is this one, definitely his best defensive option. It is going to be for GT. This is the current PvP equipment. This is 10% blue card damage, 12% HP, 20% to base strike defense, and then 20% to pure strike defense if this character is tagged Saiyan. Obviously, Goku fits that requirement. Next one is this one. This is for Sun Family. Slot 1's giving either or base offenses, either strike or blast. Obviously, you want to go blast for this guy. And then slots 2 and 3, 12% to base offenses and then pure offenses when you have a Saiyan and a Hyper Saiyan battle member. Decent equipment. I am not really a fan of this one. Just slot 1 should have been HP if they wanted to go defensive, but it's whatever. It's an okay equipment. And then this one, GT. This is one of those party member equipments that I'm not really a fan of. Giving 15% blue card damage, and then 30% to either offenses, and then 7% to base strike and blast defense per party member using this same equipment. That means he can get up to, I can do maths, 42% base defenses, which is very good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not really a fan of these, like, you need every party member to have this, the full capabilities of this equip, because, I don't know, maybe your best Zenkai benches aren't even on GT. You know, you have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as this guy's bench. You have the Revival Gohan and Piccolo as this guy's bench. That means he won't fit. You won't be able to get 7% of these base defenses when you're just using one of those benches. But it's an okay equipment. Even if you have only 5 procs of this, it's solid. And yeah, that concludes this equipment guide for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Just to reiterate, his must runs are definitely this one, just on any team. This one, just on any team. This one, if you're running this guy next to Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. This one and this one, if you have him at lower stars and just need base stats. This if you're on Sun Family. And then this, and this for defensive options. In terms of which one is his best defensive option, I would say this one is. This gives the best array. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm having a lot of fun with this character. You guys go have fun too. And hopefully this equipment guide helped you. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.